There you go. Here. Let me squeeze. I will get back towards you as you move. Come back towards you.
You're gonna have a lot of headroom.
You don't want to bring down on you. Just like this.
Yeah. Well, we are here in the men's group, Iron Sharper Iron. And today is my turn to give my testimony on how I came to Christ. I came to my experience of conversion with Jesus. And I can't see myself as a standalone unit. Because if I go back in my family, I can see God working far back in my family. My origin is a combination of Germany, Switzerland, Portugal from my mother's side, and Portugal from my father's side, and Brazilian native Indian. But all of them Catholics, because in Brazil, the population was 90% Catholic in the beginning of the 19th century. And what happens is that my father and his family were raised as Catholic. His father was a very severe Portuguese man. He was a businessman. He went to Brazil. And his mother was Catholic, but was a kind of a mystical Catholic, very mystical, and would do things that were very strange with my father. Like she wanted very much to have a daughter, and she would dress my father as a girl because she wanted a daughter. So all that created a lot of tension in my father. So when he came to the adult life, even though he had that Catholic background, he rejected the whole heritage from his side of the family. My mother was different because her mother, my grandmother, was the first fruits of the American missionaries, Baptist missionaries in Brazil, in the region of Padua, you know very well. And her family was Catholic. She heard the gospel. She came to Christ. She became a Baptist. She became a Christian, a born-again Christian. And then she raised her family as Christians. My mother, from her birth, she was a Christian. She was a Baptist. She would be very faithful in the church. She was very participant. And God blessed in such a way my mother that He gave her a very kind heart. She would tell me stories when she was in the city. She would go to do evangelism in the city jail. And she was kind of 9 years old, 8 years old. And she would go to jail to visit the jail and read the Bible for the guy over there.
Now,
But
you're talking about your mother or your grandmother?
my grandmother is the first fruits
Right.
of the Baptist
That's right.
missionaries
Okay.
in Brazil. Then she raised her family, my mother and the siblings, in the faith. And my mother had a very kind heart, very good heart. And she would do so many things that were very, from the beginning, you see that it was very, very Christian in nature. I have to say that, for example, this jail that she would visit to share the gospel, is that kind of a jail of a village, a little town, where the door is open. Everybody knows the guy that is in jail. He's known to the city that he was drunk or he did something, he went to jail, but that kind of thing. So what happened is that a point in life, her father was a rich man because he had business. He dealt with coffee So he had plantation, he had storage, and he had commerce. He would sell a lot of coffee. But what happens that the crisis, 1929, that progressed through the 30s, he lost his whole business, lost everything, and from a comfortable economic situation, he lost everything. The same thing happened on the other side. My father's side, he had also kind of grocery store,
Small market.
a small market, but it would sell wine, would sell liquor, other things also. Just a caveat, liquor in Brazil